Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Star Wars Wednesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with Star Wars The Black Series Deluxe from the Phantom Menace, JarJar Binks. Thank you for watching this video or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe. Yeah, if you want to see more reviews, or just help the channel out further, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it. Let's start the Bombad review with a look at the packaging. And on the top, a hook, some tape, window to let some light in. On the front, Star Wars The Black Series, nice big window showcasing Jar Jar and some accessories. Star Wars The Phantom Menace, JarJar Binks, assortment number. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. And 4-and-up Hasbro print on the bottom. Small print, fine print, legalese print, symbols I'm not going to learn, made in China print, and a barcode. On this side, Star Wars The Black Series, the stripe continuing around from the front that continues around to the back. And on this side, nice artwork of Jar Jar and JarJar Binks. Again, bigger artwork of Jar Jar, Star Wars The Black Series, JarJar Binks. A clumsy, well-meaning Gungan outcast on Naboo, Jar Jar Binks struggled to prove his worth throughout his life. And there it is again in some other languages. He's 01 in the Phantom Menace series. Attention, don't stick things in your French pie hole. Achtung, don't stick things in your other language pie holes. Includes figure and 3 accessories. Some more small, fine legalese print. Another made in China print, a Disney print, and a Hasbro print. And that, my friends, completes our look at the Bombad packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And first off, here's his Bombad Boomer. Doesn't come out of the handle though. Then he comes with this spear, and it comes out of the package in 2 parts, and it just plugs in like that. And I think it's molded in this gold plastic, and then this are the paint apps for it. These are the paint apps for it, rather. So, nice looking. I mean, it looks like the Gungan spear from episode 1. And then finally, he comes with the Gungan shield. It's made out of a nice translucent plastic with a little bit of tint to it. And the tint may be like a spray. Yeah, it looks like it's a spray rather than in the plastic. So the plastic is clear, and then it has a little bit of like paint spray on it, and then of course the gold is painted on there. Now let's look at the figure himself. A lot of people, was Jar Jar a deluxe? Well, it's not really the accessories. I mean, that's part of it, but I mean really just the paint apps on this guy, especially along the arms here and the side of the neck. I mean, they're very intricate, and I'm sure it's, you know, easy for the machine to do or something, but, and I mean, even the eyes and the sculpt. And Lord knows, I am not the biggest Jar Jar Binks fan at all, but I will say the articulation for this guy and the paint apps and just the mold in general is very nice. And it does pay tribute to that character. I will say, you know, in episode 1, I really don't care for Jar Jar. And in episode 2 and 3, they toned him way, way down. But where I think the character really shone was in the Clone Wars animated series. And I actually liked his appearances on there, which surprised even me. But let's take a look at his articulation. He can look up that far with just the head, and with the neck he can look up that far. He can, with the head, look down that far, and with the neck, well, I guess that's with the neck too. He looks down that far with the head, and then you get the neck involved, and it gives it a little more. He will, of course, chicken neck, because that's how he walks. He chicken necks when he walks anyway. And, you know, he's got all kinds of waggle in there. And the eyes just, and it doesn't matter which way you turn the head, the eyes just look expressive. Of course, he can't do the wide-eyed thing, but, you know. And he will, of course, do the full exorcist at the neck. And at the head takes a little bit more effort to get it to do, but it will rotate all the way around. And again, the neck is a separate piece. It's on a ball here, it looks like, at the bottom. And it looks like maybe a dumbbell here at the top. At the shoulder, we'll do a full 360-degree rotation. He reaches up that far, or it angles up that far, a little better than 90 degrees. Hinge and swivel at the elbow, swivels full 360, and the joint will give you a little better than 90-degree bend. Full 360 at the wrist on an in and out hinge, and on the other hand is an in and out hinge as well. And even you can see that paint comes right on down to the hands too. It even looks like there's a little bit of wash on the vest. There's a cut here where the chest meets the abdomen. Gives you lots of hula. You can bend back that far. Crunch forward just slightly. And a full 360-degree rotation. Nothing at the waist. This is a soft rubber overlay. And it does kind of get out of the way, but you can see it comes down here. But he will give you that much of the splits. He kicks forward that far. Kicks back that far. And there is a cut at the upper thigh that gives you a full 360-degree rotation. Double hinged pinned knee. And it does give you that much bend, which is pretty darn good. At the ankle, tilts down that far, tilts up that far, and forward facing pin for rocker. I think it's more ankle action than a lot of Spider-Man's, Marvel Legends Spider-Man figures. So there is a look at the figure and his accessories. It's time for what's usually my favorite part of a review, comparisons, but I don't have any other episode 1 figures to compare Jar Jar with. So we'll just stick with the old standbys that I use in every episode. Here he is with the Archive Edition 501st Clone Trooper. And how does he compare up with other lines? Let's take a look. From Marvel Legends series, making his cameo appearance, here we have Stan the Man Lee. From the G.I. Joe Classified series, here we have the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. And for a 7-inch comparison, from McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line, here we have 3 Jokers, the Joker, the Clown. And just because he's sitting up here, here he is with the War for Cybertron Trilogy Netflix Earthrise Optimus Prime Leader Class. And that, my friends, completes our comparisons. For final thoughts on Star Wars The Black Series Deluxe, JarJar Binks from Star Wars Episode 1. The figure itself is nice. He has nice paint apps. And I can see using this figure for some stuff. Some funny stuff. So, normally I probably wouldn't have gotten this at that $30 retail price. But fortunately, a lot of other people felt that way too. And this figure got marked down. And I think he just... The figure itself is a good figure. Now, regardless of how you feel about the character himself, the figure is a good figure. But, you know, I think Jar Jar still kind of suffers from that, you know, that episode 1 backlash. And even I'm guilty of that. You know, I really did not care for the character. But, like I said, it's a good figure. No matter what your feelings are about the character, the figure is a good figure. Now, as far as the accessories go, I could see him coming with this because he did use the boomer. I don't remember him using the spear, and I sure don't remember him using the shield. So I think maybe some different accessories would have been more appropriate. Maybe a couple of different heads, like with the eyes wide open and the shocked expression on his face, or where he's sticking his tongue out to eat stuff, and maybe that little frog thing that he tried to snatch from the vendor cart. You know, I think those would have been probably more appropriate accessories for Jar Jar than what he came with. But that's just my opinion. Your mileage, of course, may vary. Let me know what you think in the comments, if you agree or disagree with that. But that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just to help the channel out further, or both. That's even more awesome. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.